Hi, this is Arun from ironsyoga.in. I am a software engineer who mostly work with PHP, Node.js, other backend technologies, database, and an open source contributor. I am a tantric by birth in a family which is passing tantric wisdom from generations to generations from past 2000 years of legacy. You could connect with me in ironsyoga.in. Here I am helping you to design a divine lifestyle which is based on astrology and other yogic system of understanding. In this podcast, I have a guest. His name is Franko. He lives in Brazil and he is a shaman who helps people to seek their true purpose with the help of tarot cards and shamanic wisdom. He also has wrote two books in this space. One is Mother Earth Oracle and another one is Power Animal. You could buy his books from Amazon or you could buy it from my website. The links are being given in my website. Here we are exchanging the idea of tarot cards with the Vedic astrology. He will be reading my tarot cards and an exchange I'll be reading his Vedic chart. And we talked about the use of herbs in right way for spiritual evolution like Iowaska. We also talked about tantra, yantra, mantra and advaitha vedanta. So, welcome to podcast series episode number 02, The Shamanic Wisdom. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes. Yeah, Franco, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. um, Franco, can you talk about the book which you've been written? Before that, can you tell about yourself?
Yes, sure. Uh, well, I studied psychology,
Mhm.
and I studied Brazilian language, all the classic writers. So I have this past with uh, writers and also psychology. So after a while, I was around 20 years. I start to enter deeply spiritual path, and I went to several traditions. Uh, Also here in Brazil and in Peru, uh, know about many techniques and philosophical principles of shamanism. After there is my journeys in India, around 10 years traveling to India and knowing many traditions there. So I am son a bit of shamanism and a bit of India spirituality. Yeah. So in my books, I do a bit of both approaches. Who in deeply way they are talk about the same. Some procedures, some aspects can be different, different ways, but in reality they are talk about the same.
So, the actually in India there are different paths we can figure out which help us to reach the absolute. That's what I refer like the center point where the Shiva Shakti unites and it's become single. So there are different paths in India like Advaitha Vedanta, Tantric path, and Bhakti, and Hatha Yoga, like so many different things. You are aware about those things and which path you actually took in India. Hello?
Tell me when we can start. Yeah, yes. So yeah, my journey was before in shamanism and other spiritual groups in Brazil, and then I went to India and travel around India, and I knew a few traditions. What I can tell is about Advaita Vedanta and Kashmir Shaivism. And yes, and yeah, always connect with also shamanism and because they are talking the same principle, the same non-duality. So the procedures and techniques and some aspects are different, but sorry, Aaron. Sorry.
Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, I can hear you. Wait a bit. Let me. These my books talk about. The first book is about power animals. So it's a shamanic book about we connect with our spiritual animals, and the animals, they are like masters, guides, so we connect, and there is a kind of a spiritual teaching, and in many cases a fusion with this animal. So the animal gives you qualities and aspects of himself to you. So there is kind of mixed with these spiritual animals. Yeah. Well, and they give lots of lessons and wisdom and also instinct to we get better in life, we solve some problems, and they help a lot of our personality. They complement us. Sometimes uh, they are kind of mirror. They give what we already have. They develop us. At the same time, also they complement us. So they give what we don't have, and what we are a bit. In some aspects, we are a bit weak. They make us more strong.
Animals are more stronger than human beings.
Sorry?
Animals are more stronger than that of humans.
In case we talk about the spiritual animals, they are spirits who exist around the world, in some subtle dimensions. They are spirits, so they are kind of spirits of a master who already died, or some masters, or angels, or so they are spirits. So when they represent the spirit is pure. It's not like the alive beings, because all alive beings, they have certain qualities and certain karmas. the spirit is pure. So it gives you the strength of the spirit. The animals, the alive animals, if you compare with human beings, depends now, because human beings at this moment of this plants, they are doing lots of troubles with the plant, we can say this. They are dissociate from the nature, and they are adopting a matrix who is a bit falsified, who is not really true. Human beings now want to, like especially in the last years, want only to make money, or they have too much anger and too much fear. So there is not much thought about inner values, sattvic values. They don't worry much about like the environment, the environment who is part of themselves. If one human being is destroying nature, they are destroying themselves. So it's when we turn it too much, it's good to have comfort in life, have a profession, have some money who comes to people, and to make also their life comfortable and happy. But the human beings are changed the being for the having something. So it's changing of the inner. They change the inner for the status, the anxious to make money. So at this time of humanity, at this time of the humanities, we in general, the human beings are not doing well, and also too much individualism. For example, the animals have a sense of their society. So they work for the group. Now there is too much individualism in our society, and not too much compassion, not too much solidarity. So it's a difficult time for the human being. We are asking ourselves like the ways of the humanity. We have to change a way to the world become better again, because it's a time, it's Kali Yuga, it's a time of who can, if we don't direct our fire well, it can, or the fire goes in a good direction, or the fire destroy ourselves. So it's a hard time, but this we have to now making more communities, love more people, and respect also the environment, who is part of us, the Pachamama, the Great Mother.
Pachamama.
Yeah, Pachamama is the Mother Earth, is Gaia, the Earth. Yeah.
So, from which society it is from? The Pachamama. What is that term more about?
So, sorry, the question, I didn't hear you well.
What is that Pachamama?
Pachamama is the Great Mother.
That is from shamanism or Latin America?
Yeah, that's from shamanism. Yes.
So, if we compare the shamanism with the Indian spiritual practices, such as
Yeah.
Kashmir Shaivism and Advaitha Vedanta and stuffs like that, there are a set of practices which help us to reach the center of the existence, which we like to call it as absolute or Brahman. I think you are familiar with the name Brahman or the absolute. These kind of things exist in shamanism. As a shaman, some certain practices which help a shaman to reach this particular point, or can you
Yes.
explain more about that?
Yes, there are many practice and many techniques. Huh? They are more in contact with nature. Huh? So there are many initiations in the shamanism. If you go to a tribe, the tribe, for example, they have their culture, like in the evening, people dance around the fire and sing, and through that song, who is similar, for example, to the Indian mantras, they enter in another state of trance. The state of trance, they can connect with the whole. There is a lot of Shakti there, power of the song, power of the mantra, the movement, and also they talk a lot. There is they talk a lot with spirits, so with their ancestors. So sometimes we connect with the ancestors, come the spirit and take part of the body, like and do oracle talks. They talk through the spirits. There are some rituals, and many other rituals. For example, we have the medicine plants, plants who are open the consciousness. So people take the sacred tea, for example, the Iowaska, and entering another dimension of the existence. Enter in the whole, entering the great spirit, and also can also see their karmas in an intense form, because it's very intense, the frequency of these sacred medicines. So the medicine is kind of a master, also a teacher. Some visions, the medicine appears as a teacher, and give teachings. So it's very powerful, these medicines. And there are many initiations in the tribe. For example, when the children became teenagers, the teenagers became adults. So there are many initiations. Sometimes people go to isolated places and meditate for a long time in that place. Like people do fastings, and there is a lot of animism. So people who are in the forest have contacts, like the spirit of the trees, spirit of the lake, spirit of the sea. Some all is alive. Like, for example, shamanism, the mountains, they have a name, a proper name. This mountain also give teachings. So all is alive. Yeah. Tell me.
So, have you reached a state like that? And if you have reached that state, what was your experience about that and how it goes?
Yeah. I had many rituals, for example, with sacred medicine. And well, it's a very strong experience, very, very strong and intense. Sometimes can bring you to heaven, where you feel all the holy and the spirits who, your master, the spirits who surround you, or can be a sensation really of death. So it's very intense for both sides. You can have ups and downs. Yeah, it's when it's not that pleasant. It's when it's hard, the situation really hard because it's too intense. It's a cleaning, so but it's a very strong cleaning who can remain for a long time, and just be in a forest, like in a tribe, in the middle of a forest. Your perception naturally changes because you are out of civilization. So you enter in another language, the language of the birds, the language of the trees, the language of all the nature around. Yes, because we many times we go down because we live in big cities, and just in that place the energy in the nature is pure, and brings you to another state. Yeah, all is alive there. After a while you spend, after no need even much time, like after some days, your perception naturally changes because you are in contact with something who the human being doesn't interfere. So it's something alive, it's part of the spirit of the earth. Yes, tell me.
So you have wrote two books. One is in power animals, and the second one, what was that?
The second one, the name is Mother Earth Oracle. It's an oracle about landscapes, forces of the earth, and some forces of the cosmos. So it's the first book about an oracle who is fully about landscapes. Yeah, and I talk about the forces of the nature, because they are alive. It's a spirit who talks to us. For example, I have landscapes who everybody knows, like rainbow, the sun, the moon, the star, the mountain, the yeah, the many things, the rain, the lake, the valley, the river, some very, very simple landscapes, like but they have archetype for us because we are part of this we are part of the construction of the planet. So these landscapes, they have a meaning for us. They have archetype. It's an archetype because the spirit of the land is alive and they talk to us. So in compare with the animals can be more, they have more strong energy, like is more direct. The landscape is more something that you have some immersion there, so you enter in the landscape. But it's powerful too. It's different. Is a different spirit. The landscape, you enter inside the landscape. So you can meditate in images, or really go to that place in nature to feel the power of that place. Huh? Yeah, it's about power places. Huh? Power places. Yeah.
So one thing I want to know, like each time we do a reading, the card which comes out will different. Like uh, once first I'm doing a reading, then second time somebody else is doing the reading. The card we will
Yes.
get that time will be different. How do you justify this?
So you mean the difference between the readings?
Yeah, each time I'll get a different card. Each time I'm doing a different reading, each time I'll get different cards, right?
Yes, yes. Well, I think each reader has a different way of reading. Huh? Um, yes, there is I think there are several aspects. There is the meaning of the card. There is that person who is in front of you. Huh? There is your channeling at the moment. Huh? Yeah. And so it's very, there are few aspects. Huh? There are what you are seeing about that person. So it's a bit complex, huh? But it's not only you take the card and there is a meaning. So you are telling to that person, huh? You are telling to different people. Yeah.
So at this moment, what could be my animal now? Can you?
Your
Yeah.
animal.
Yes.
Just a minute. Well. Well, at the moment, I got here 2 cards for you. Okay. So in my decks, I work with cards in the normal position and inverted cards. So inverted cards is what you are work to balance more some shadows. Okay, and the normal position is when it's something good and it gets more strong. So for you came one normal card in normal position and one inverted card. I will start for the inverted card to finish it well. The inverted card was the frog, inverted frog. So inverted frog means that you need a bit of you don't need to stress much. You need to be in more quiet places. Probably you are not in the place that you feel well. And then you need more really energy of water. Earth and water. Earth to ground and water to calm yourself. So you need, it's a time where you need to purificate some karmas, and especially in the routine you are, it's a little bit difficult. So need to find your sacred place and stay there. So you need to purificate more. You inverted frog, and you are when you are not purificating enough or living under under stress, under pressure. Okay. Yeah. This was the shadow. Huh? And the good card, very good card, is the Tuiuiu. Tuiuiu bird. It's a bird who exists here in Brazil. And this bird is very creative, is very powerful. This bird has, in general, 3 colors or more. Huh? So the 3 colors is white, because brings you peace. It's red because gives you energy, and it's black because remove negative energies. Huh? And this bird is very powerful. He acts on the Kundalini power. Huh? He acts on the Kundalini power. Huh? So in the meditation, in the Kundalini, you have the power to purify the other card. Also, in your artistic, it's very, it can make this bird very intense. Your talents, your what you produce. So through the creativity to artistic things, to through do what you like, you can also be more happy, and also he can also protect you, cut negative energies, doesn't make them arrive on you. So it's very, gives you some center, some power. But what I tell you is good for you to travel a bit, because the other card, you need also another environment. You feel more happy, you can work on the karmas. Yeah.
So what, can you tell me something about my health?
About your health?
Health.
Health. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I see here, it's all is okay, no? All is okay about health. Yeah? When you move, when you see your life running, when you see progress, all is okay with you. You are a person who is who like projects, who like to do things, and you are a quick person. You like to do here and there a few things, and you like to socialize. So it's more emotional things. So be in an environment where you like more, your health will be fine. Doing things that you feel happy, your health will be fine. But I don't see problems on the body now. Only something who can come through emotional things.
So these are the readings from power animals. So what could be the reading from the Mother Earth Oracle?
Yes, tell me one question.
So am I going to get a girlfriend this time? How long I have to wait for a better girlfriend, one of the best lovers? Hello?
Hello, I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next year we will open more. Now it's starting to open. Huh? And this depends a lot because my readings are more, I talk more about inside and after what you have to work also to open that way. It's not simple prediction. You find in 2-3 months, you find in 6 months, but probably next year will be much more open for you. So 2 things you have to do is find this inner power, your who can be kind of power of Jupiter, this power really of the great man, and the card was here was the lightning. So it's the power of God who comes through you. The ray is very also electric. So it's the power of the Kundalini, and it's the power of the shining. It's the power of the presence. It's the power of the voice. So you are ending a cycle and entering another cycle. So it's a time where your great man is awakening. It's a time where you turn. You was now in the turn of Saturn some year ago. So now is the time of the great man. And also another card here for who helps you to find this woman is the breeze. So you should be very soft with people, with women. So it's a card to be very gentle, to also to go to places you like, to flow more, and to don't control much situations, that the situation will guide you. And then it's possible you find a woman, but this more open since next year. Now it can happen something, but it's starting.
So, if somebody want to learn the tarot, either it is Mother Earth Oracle or the Power Animals, so what he or she has to do, whether they can contact you or how it's going to work, or whether they can purchase the books, or
Yes,
whether they can.
yes, exactly. It's just contact me. I am giving courses, and the courses I do, I like to do not giving traditional knowledge. This card means this, that card means that. It's not in this way. People depends of the person. Also, I give each teaching to different people is different. So the important is people have a relationship, a friendship with the card. So the teaching that the card gives to the people is more spiritual, more emotional than only intellectual. This card means this, that card means that. It's something that the people feel about the card, the people receive from the card. So it's more a spiritual knowledge, because if we it's not only mental, this card means that card is not only intellectual, it's more a spiritual learning. So yeah,
So
who
if
is
some,
more, it's more about archetype Archetypes is more about inner power, inner images, than about just remember the meaning of the card. So it's people can contact me. Yes, yes. I'm doing more private courses I like, and small groups. I don't like much to teach in big groups because the energy can be dispersed much. Can be very. I like more these intimate courses, these intimate contacts with the students of people. Yeah, it's more. Yeah.
So how they can purchase a book of you? For instance, if somebody from let's say from US want to buy the Mandara Oracle, so how can they do that?
You mean the books?
Yeah, if
Or
somebody from USA want to buy
yeah.
a book, how can they do that? What
Yeah,
is
at the moment, I only sell on Amazon the Portuguese version. But soon I will put in Amazon of India. Okay, in English version.
So they can buy from there.
Yes. From this year.
Okay. So Franco, I would like to. Would you like to go through your chart reading? I would give you a some.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can do, sure.
Yes. So we are not going to the details of this. We will just go through some of the very important thing according to your nakshatra. Then we will talk about some 3 4 things of your some. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, your nakshatra is Anuradha. Okay. So Anuradha nakshatra means Anu means it's about love. Anuraga is a Sanskrit word. It's about love. Anu means to with Radha. So Radha, she was a lover of Krishna, Lord Krishna. So
Yes.
you are like to be with. You are like a person who is be with, and lot of love, compassion, and care you have. This is something you get by birth.
Yes.
And this is Anuradha is a group of nakshatra which is found inside the sky, which is found in sky at the particular time when you get birth. The moon was there. For instance, you are getting birth, the moon will revolve around Earth, and at particular point, the moon will be in particular position in particular part of sky. At that time, what was the nakshatra? What was the group of nakshatra in that area is known as your nakshatra. There are 27 of them are there. So from that, your nakshatra is Anuradha. You understood?
Yes. Understood. Yes.
And there are it's in third padam of this particular nakshatra. So the nakshatra is been divided into 4 pada: first part, second part, third part, and fourth part. So from that, your pada is third pada. And there is paksha is there, Krishna paksha and Shukla paksha. So from it is like moon is revolving around Earth. Moon will start from 0 and come back to that particular position 0. So
Yeah.
we are assuming that it will happen in every 30 days or 27 days. The days will differ according to the the moon's position. So every 15 days it will cover half part of the earth, another 15 days it will cover the another part of the earth. So this 15 days is known as Krishna Paksha, and another 15 days are known as Shukla Paksha. From that, your Paksha is Shukla Paksha. So there is Panchapakshi system. One is there are five birds which is been associated with the Pakshas of your nakshatra. So your bird is rooster according to Shukla Paksha. And your tree is Eleni. Eleni is your tree, which means that you can go to near to this particular tree, and the Mother Earth oracle, this tree can communicate to you. You can talk to this tree, and you can be with the tree. You can easily make a connection to this particular tree easily.
Yes, yes.
So it's similar to what we speak in Mother Earth oracle, like yeah, it's exactly like Mother Earth oracle. Each 27 nakshatra is being associated with 27 different trees, 5 different birds, and 12 animals. So your Gana is Deva Gana. So there are 3 Ganas are existing in according to astrology. The 3 Gana, one is human, another one is Asura, and another one is Deva. So from these 3 Gana, your Gana is Deva Gana. Deva Gana means you are a godly nature. You have a godly nature, which is like a healer. You have a healer. You can heal people. Maybe your presence will heal them, your speak will heal them, your touch can heal them. Like that things you could do. And your guna, there are 3 gunas: sattva guna, raja guna, and tamo guna. So your guna is tamo guna. Sometimes what happens is like you will overthink. So this is overthinking is a problem which will actually drain all your energy. So which won't allow you to open up more this tamo guna, you know. So this is something
Yeah.
you have to be aware of. The overthinking, you can actually come out from the overthinking. And
Yes.
your Buddha is Agni. Buddha means there is 5 elements which is associated with your nakshatra. So the element which is associated with your nakshatra is fire, Agni. So you have the capability to burn things. The immense capability to burn things is actually residing inside you. And when we speak about the Shiva Shakti ideology of the philosophy, there is Shiva is existing and there is Shakti is existing. And we could see that in Taoism, the yin and yang. So in your part is Shiva. Shiva is your part, the more masculine part you have. And you have a pitta nature, so food has to be controlled according to that. So the link I'll share you how what are the the documents which I have written for you, that is known as Kundali. In that there is a link, you can read more about the pitta nature food and things like that. And your god, the we have spoken about the sky is being divided into 27 equal parts, and there is a particular nakshatra is existing. So in that particular area is being guarded by a particular god. So that god is your god, that is Mitra. Mitra means a great friend. So you have a god named Mitra. So he is a great friend for you. Like if you worship this particular god, it will open up more important points where you can be become a great friend for different people from different levels. So you are basically a great friend. And there is a particular Kundalini yoga has to be done for Anuradha Nakshatra. that is been you can see in one video which is in my website that you could see and you can practice. And if you have any question, you could ask. And while making love, there is a particular position is being given to you. This is something which will help you to go more deeply to your lover. So in which you will sit back to back, and you will actually help her to get the high ecstasy by placing her on top of you and bouncing her. That is being given in dear yoni's position. That also you could figure out in the Anuradha Nakshatra page. And as we can see, your higher dominant energy is Saturn. So you have to wear a particular Rudraksha for the effect of the Saturn to reduce this particular effect of the Saturn. So Ketu is the dominant planet in your chart from the Ashtavargam. Nayan phase Vidrasha is for the Ketu. So you can wear the 9 phase Vidrasha. From the Ashtavargam calculation, we can calculate the Vidrasha, which is 9 phase Vidrasha. That is something which you have to wear in order to place the Ketu. And if the at this particular sorry,
Rudraksha of 9 faces.
Yeah, that is your dominant planets Rudraksha. So the Saturn is your dominant energy, and your dominant planet is Ketu, which is 9th phase. So what happens is, like, if you feel difficulty with the Saturn, like so many problems are arising, then the better to wear the Saturn's Rudraksha. And if there are no difficulties from the Saturn, then it is better to wear the Ketu Rudraksha. That will accelerate your particular energy of the Ketu and help you to go beyond. So I will advise to wear the Ketu Rudraksha, that is 9 phase. Or else you can wear the Saturn Rudraksha, which is 7th phase. So 7th phase Rudraksha is actually basically less expensive where compared to Ketu. So yeah, better to wear the 9th phase Rudraksha to help you to go beyond, to take you to.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. When we as we all know, the wisdom we are seeking, the higher end of the existence. So basically, the existence has to help us to reach that particular level, So that is why we all live for. We all seek the self-realization. We can see that in Tiruvannamalai, Ramana came all the way from Madurai and sat there and thinking, who am I, who am I, who am I? At the end, he reached a particular state of existence. In similar way, there are some medicines, herbs, and some form of dance and things like that are existing in shamanic wisdom, where it helps us to reach the particular state. In Shakti, in Kashmir Shaivism, some certain sexual procedures which help us to reach into higher order of the existence. In similar way, we can also accelerate the energies of the planets to reach that particular state of existence, which is being found from your chart. So that is Ketu. So that is 9 phase Vidraksha. which has to be
Mm-hmm.
done prana pratishta, and if you wear, you can wear it 24/7. In 10 to 15 days, it will get into resonance with your body. Then it will start to vibrate its own energy on your body. So yeah, this is all about the thing. You have anything else to ask me?
About what you see is something about profession and love this year or next year or these years now.
As now this is the so right now the Venus is ruling you. So this is like this is the time for you to get more exposure into relationship, more lovers, and things like that. So Venus is the planet. In Christianity, they equate the Venus with the snake, because Venus is the planet which will bring you a lot of pleasure and a lot of materialistic comfort, artistical existence, drugs,
Yes.
women, and all those things. These are all basically blessings in our life.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
in Semitic religion, see it as sin and Satan, things like that. But in our esoteric religions, those religions which are more about the spirituality rather than that of the social existence, like Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism, some religions from like shamanic peoples and some tribes and things like that. They are directly associated with the soul of the life. So in these religions, we can't see this as a sin. Basically, these are not sin only. I mean, these are not sin. These are the best things which human as an individual people can experience.
Mhm,
So right
Yeah.
now your planet is Venus, and you should be open for the materialistic comfort and the things which the Venus can bring to your life.
Mhm.
So
Yes. Yes.
with an unjudgmental way, like not in the way of the Semitic religions, which those religions has already done a lot of harm to society already, and they are conditioning people and things like that. They are not
Yeah.
allowing people to become free. So
Yes. Yes.
basically, they want to make you as a sinner, Semitic religions. So there is nothing like that is not existing. How a person can be a sinner? That is
Mhm.
something illogical, and you know.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. 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 Nice. Nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So right now your planet is Venus, so this can open up a lot of dimensions to you.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Anything else you want to clear?
No. 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 It was very good. Yes. Yes. I think it was fully what I. Yeah. It was a fully reading. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Franco. Thank you for sparing time with us. I'll send. I'll put this podcast across on my website. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
and thank you
Okay.
to spend time with us. Okay.